Hi guys, welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm E.
I'm D.
And today we're going to talk about the Kardashian-Jenners. And guess what we found? Guess. I just want you to guess.
No clue.
No clue. All right. Miss Kylie Jenner says that she's never touched her face with plastic surgery except her fillers. Now, I know we've probably covered this here and there, but we
Yeah.
just thought this article was so comical and we have to discuss it once again. What do you think, Dee?
Comical, yes. Okay, so according to Life and Style, beauty mogul Kylie Jenner is not ashamed to admit that she has some regrets when it comes to her past plastic surgery procedures. However, after years of watching the Kardashian star grow up on television, fans were left baffled when she claimed to have never made cosmetic enhancements to her face. Quote, my daughter has totally taught me a lot more about myself, and seeing myself in her has changed everything. I've had so much growth and I'm just embracing natural beauty. Kylie, 26, said that during an interview with Wall Street Journal, which was published on Wednesday, October 25th, which was obviously quite a while ago, but we're still here talking about this now. I'm teaching her about mistakes that I made and making sure she knows she's just perfect exactly how she is. The mother of two went on to explain that those mistakes include surgery when I was younger. I've never touched my face, but just even getting my breasts done when I was 19 and getting pregnant soon after, not obviously planning to be pregnant at 19. I probably just should have waited until I maybe had kids or let my body just develop, she continued, adding that she always loved her body but was influenced by amazing boobs. So I was just having fun. The Kylie Cosmetics founder faced backlash after making similar comments during an April interview with Girls. I think a big misconception about me is that I've had so much surgery on my face that I was some insecure person, and I really wasn't. Yeah, I love full lips and I wanted full lips, but growing up, I was always the most confident person in the room, she said at the time. I had one lip insecurity thing, so I got lip filler, and it was the best thing I've ever done. I don't regret it, but I always thought I was cute. Confidence. If not surgery, then fillers. Her working around the word LMAO, one Twitter user wrote following Kylie's confession. As someone who's gotten a lot of ish done, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, anyone who says they haven't gotten a lot of plastic surgery probably isn't lying. They're just hiding the fact that they've had thousands of injections or threads instead, added another Twitter user. Kylie, who shares daughters Stormi and son Air with ex Travis Scott, previously opened up about the beauty standards she and her sisters are setting, saying, I don't want my daughter to do the things I did. I just feel like we have a huge influence. And she said this during a season 3 episode of The Kardashians. What are we doing with our power? I just see so many young girls on the internet now fully editing. I went through that stage too, and I feel like I'm in a better place, but other people can instill insecurities in you, she continued, adding, I wished I'd never touched anything to begin with. Well, what do you think?
I think the girl was insecure to begin with. I don't care what way you slice it. I don't care. Like, if you were really content in your body, in your spirit, in your how you are, you wouldn't do those things. And there's a difference between being insecure because of what people are saying and insecure because you truly feel want to look a certain way. And I
Yeah.
think it's really the former. I think that they were just influenced by everything, all the comments, all the bullying. Kylie had no lips and went to have full lips, had no
Yeah.
boobs, went to have all these boobs, and I think that was society and
Right.
their brand on top of that. The
Right.
Kardashian brand in the beginning, and it still is, it was all about being voluptuous back then, the sexuality, being, well, the Kardashians a little more exotic, I guess. But
Yeah.
they had a certain brand. They all had dark hair, they all had the curves, they all dressed in a particular way. So you have to keep up with that image. That was your cohesive image
Yeah.
as, the Kardashians. So I think it could have been influenced by the sisters, it could have been influenced by the mom, it could have been influenced by society. I don't think it was an insecurity that she truly had. Maybe
Yeah.
she did. Who knows? I don't know the girl. But I don't know. To me, it seems like that's the case, especially since so many people have followed suit. And I
Yeah.
think social media has played such a big role in everybody's lives. And, we see the happiness, everybody's happy on social media and they look great. So what do we do? What do people do? They get surgeries to get fit fast. They buy clothes and cars or whatever to stunt,
Yeah.
to, make it seem like people got it. So I
Right.
don't think it's something, I don't know, maybe I'm misspeaking, but I don't think it was her insecurity by herself to deal with. And if she was so happy with herself and she thought that she was so cute by herself, of herself, then, that confidence is unwavering. Like, nobody's going to change my mind.
Right.
That's what I think. What do you think?
I don't know. I think that honestly I think it's kind of sad, because like it is interesting how life happened for her. She said she got her boobs done at 19 and she got pregnant shortly thereafter. And for women that, have gone through pregnancy, have had children, they know how their bodies completely change.
Hmm.
And just even in like very small ways, things can really change for you. So I think that like for her to have gone through that so soon, close together, um, must have been pretty difficult, because now I don't know. I mean, you have like the hormones you deal with, you have, the postpartum, all those different things that like affect you and make you think differently about yourself and whatnot. So I think it's kind of sad because whether she had insecurities or not, obviously aside from like the lip thing, she she shouldn't have been subjected to so much criticism as a kid. She did grow up on television and there were plenty of people that were making fun of her,
Yeah.
as she was growing up. She was literally growing up. She still had time, to like develop to become, whatever. And people were busy just like making fun of her. So maybe I don't know. I would think for me, I probably would feel a little insecure if I had people constantly writing stuff about me or commenting things about me in the way that I look, especially in comparison to your three older sisters, or three of your older sisters who are very voluptuous, who have these exotic looks, who have these full lips, who have, you know, big boobs or whatever. And so it's like it's gotta affect you as well, like to think like I want to look like that, I want to look like them, or I want to be on par. Like you said, the whole cohesive brand look and all that. So like, is it laughable for her to say that she's never had surgery or whatever? I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like I said, it's a little sad to me. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of sad. She's still in her 20s. She's in her mid 20s. And she's having these sort of conversations right now. Like, yeah, that's pretty sad.
So, according to Glamour, because we read, the Kardashians uphold beauty standards. Isn't it time that they were a bit more honest about their cosmetic enhancements? Some might want to commend Kylie Jenner. At least she's having these conversations, even if they are wishy-washy attempts. It's more than the rest of the sisters have done. However, I'd like to ask people to look at those timestamps. She is only talking about beauty standards and plastic surgery when she has something to promote.
Oh, oh,
Be it be that a
yeah.
new show, a new Kylie Cosmetics range, a new fashion line. She is attempting to connect with audiences, make them believe in her authenticity so that they will believe in the authenticity of her products. If Kylie was actually committed to having conversations about beauty standards, wouldn't she say more? Not to just regurgitate the same lines about her daughters, her mistakes, and that she's never touched her face?
Yeah.
These are not real, genuine conversations she is having. They're just strategy. First of all, again, Glamour said this, not me. Um, the Kardashians' language regarding beauty standards is vague, deliberately so, and so are their denials. The smoke and mirrors are carefully curated and intentionally misleading. The sisters have plausible deniability for when and if they were ever directly questioned. The performed naivete over their impact, the shifting of blame to society, and the lack of accountability is downright frustrating and boring at this point. The Kardashians are products of the patriarchy, affected by beauty standards like the rest of us. But unlike the rest of us, they have profited off of this in obscene levels without giving back. Unlike the rest of us, they have created new beauty standards and peddled them to millions. The
Oh.
new stage of sugar coated lies and morsels of truth is patronizing. Their fans deserve better, and so do young girls.
Wow,
Damn. I know, that was tough.
dang, Glamour, get that out your chest. Like, wow.
It's out. So,
Okay. Ugh. So I just think that, like, well, yes, I can agree. Obviously, a more larger conversation needs to be had about beauty standards and all that. Why would you ever expect that it would come from the women that have benefited the most from it?
mm,
Like, if we're saying, right, that like Kylie needed to do whatever for the brand, for the cohesive unit look, whatever, why would they then try to dismantle what they've created? You know,
worry.
and
That means our pockets.
it does. It
Mm,
does. And at the end of the day, cash is king. Like, it sucks to say that, but the reality is they have banked on the beauty standards that they set. They have banked on the different things they've influenced. And them saying absolutely anything that can hurt their brand or their pockets is not on brand. Like, they're not going to do that. Um, when you had Kourtney Kardashian talking about, being gluten free, eating healthy. They made a whole episode about a Candyland birthday party and they were trashing her about it. When Kourtney Kardashian was trying to, like, look regular because she was trying to do the fertility treatments and all that, people were accusing her of gaining weight, people were calling her fat, people were saying she was pregnant. And for a woman going through fertility problems at the time, that was a very difficult thing to go through, but people were, like, still throwing all these things at her. So when you've had one of them, at the very least, like Kourtney, try to do or change or say or whatever, the perceptions, people always go back to the other stuff, and want her to look like the rest of her sisters. So you
yeah.
can't have it both ways.
Hmm.
And I think that's kind of the issue that we constantly go through. It is a catch 22. We want them to speak up. We want them to make amends or whatever, but then we also turn around and, like, talk crap if there's unflattering photos of them on the internet. People get so excited over that. People get so excited over anything that's negative about them. Like, how is that positive in any way? How is that healthy? So, anyway, that's it. That's all I was thinking about that.
That's a good point. I don't know why I thought about Chloe's big fruit bowl, with the one on the show that is like very colorful. I don't know if you remember. It has like a whole bunch of oranges, lemons, fruits, or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
And then she's like, "Yeah, I just eat these throughout the day and for smoothies and this and that." And I remember a social media. It's like she's being so wasteful. Why is she buying all that? Da-da-da. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
the girl that has been highly affected, being compared to Courtney and Kim. And
Yeah.
we've seen it with our own eyes. And plus, all the experiences that she's dealt with Lamar and Trish Trash and whatever else.
Yeah.
We've seen her body change like a 180. She's
Yeah.
more into fitness now. Do we know if it's surgery? We don't, or other things. She's into a healthy lifestyle, blah blah blah. But then it got to a point where she was too skinny, and people were like, "But what's wrong with her?"
Yeah.
And the photoshopping, she had these long Dracula nails. I mean, Wolverine nails. I mean, and people were like, "Oh, what the heck?" And her face
Yeah.
doesn't look like this, but she's been bullied so much that it's
Yeah.
you know kind of body dysmorphia, maybe, like it's just changed
Yeah.
the way she sees herself. So,
Yeah.
say that to say, if you want to have surgery for yourself because you don't feel a certain way and you think this is going to make your life a lot better, go for it. But don't do it for other people. People are fickle, their minds change. We obviously see these beauty trends change all the time. The
Yeah.
Kardashians were thick and voluptuous back then with all long black hair, and now they're all 90s supermodel skinny, muscular with bobs and blonde hair. So come
Yeah.
on, just do what makes you happy. And that's the end of that. Also, we
Yeah.
should focus less on these beauty trends that celebrities said or life sets. And, we should focus on, providing our kids, our nieces, or, you know, whoever, just the um, proper viewpoint of themselves, and make sure that they
Yeah.
have confidence and that they're not seeking validation from, social media and all these people that they don't really know.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to point out that like we've very much will sit here and talk about, holding these people's feet to the fire. We'll talk about holding them accountable, and we do that because for the same reasons that like we know that some stuff is not right. However, we're also not gonna sit here and like bash them as though like they're the root of all evil or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
yes, were they incredibly influential in things and the beauty standards that we're all, still seeing today? Yeah, definitely. But are we really going to expect that they're going to do anything that will go against, their brand, against their pockets and all that? Like,
Mhm.
that's unrealistic. And instead of, like you just said, instead of following celebrities and their trends and this and that, instead of expecting for celebrities to save the day, why don't we just do that? Why don't we just like, try and help one another instead of being quick to tear, each other down based on looks and all that? Like, if you have comments about the way somebody looks and they're not that great, just tell your friends. You don't have to post it. Like, just talk to your friends. Like, that's something that I don't understand, that people really take their time to go on social media and post these negative comments, these trolling comments. It's like, for what?
Y'all are internet brave.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because, like I said, if you like, it's natural. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I've never had a negative thought." No. It's natural to have, opinions and negative thoughts at times. Share with your friends privately. Like, why
Yeah.
why put this out there? Like, what does that benefit, So anyway, that I say all that to say we can't sit here and like pretend as though the Kardashians are the only ones who do X, Y, and Z. Has Kylie had multiple surgeries? That's her business. If that's what she likes, that's great. If you want to have surgery, do you? But, I think continuing to expect that these people are going to tell us the truth, we won't stay here forever. Like,
Hmm. Expecting Kim not to wear Balenciaga, we're gonna wait here forever.
dang,
I'm
that's how
just
we're
saying.
ending. Okay.
Well, if it goes with the beauty standards and their brand, weren't we expecting her to say something about, this whole scandal with Balenciaga? She didn't. And now she's rocking their clothes again. Well, actually, she never stopped. But that
No.
just goes to show you that they're not gonna do something that's gonna hurt them in the long
Yeah.
run. It has to be egregious at
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
point. And even then, they still ain't doing it. So,
Yeah.
guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Has Kylie had plastic surgery? Do you even care at this point? Should we hold the Kardashians accountable for all these beauty standards that we have? Should we focus some blame on ourselves? Family is rough sometimes. In the Latino community, your
Oh,
biggest insecurity becomes your nickname.
yeah.
So, we get it everywhere. So should we really be holding, celebrities to the
Yeah.
fire like this? Or, they're the rule makers of it all? Let us know in the comments. But if
Yeah.
you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community so your friends can be our friends so we can all be friends. We also have social media, which Steve will tell you about.
We're on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out DNE. So make sure you guys like, follow, share, and comment. We enjoy interacting with you all.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.